Boom, you know what time it is. It's that Champions League time. It's that cream of the crop of Europe. It's Liverpool. It's Atletico Madrid. Preview. Boom. Welcome. Saint LFCTV with your boy Saint. Wagwan. Hope you're good. Little late one, but I had to put it out. It's the previews. It's the Atletico preview, you know them way there. They're coming to our ground, so had to do it. You know them ones. Listen, housekeeping. This is your first time. Please hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell as well, so you know when I'm dropping the content. You get me? Also, slap a like, free admission, like I always say. Come on, quick things, and yeah, man, get in the comments. Let me know what you're saying in it. Let me hear your lineup in that. Boy, Atletico Madrid, Simeone in that, Suarez in that, coming to our ground in that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a bit techie, innit? To be fair, obviously we put ourselves in a good position. We don't really need to win this game, innit? I don't like saying that, cause I'm an old school Liverpool fan, and I know how we are. We like to make things harder than it needs to be, but you know, with it being said, we don't need to win it, we just don't need to lose it, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not actually too sure if a draw gives us automatic qualification. I think it might do, but yeah, let me know in the comments, innit. I should have checked that one up, but I just know that we don't need to go all out in it. With that said, we're still going to, do you know what I mean? We're gonna look to corner these man at home, innit. It's Simeone, like I said, and they've got some threats. Now, going into it, obviously, we've been in good form. Salah is doing Salindor things. And to be fair, like, as a unit, as a team, bar our defensive record, which hasn't been terrible, it ain't been the worst, but it ain't been great either. Do you know what I mean? We've been leaking a few goals. But bar that, we've been alright. We've been pretty good, like, do you know what I mean? We're going into good form. Obviously, Brighton game aside, do you know what I'm saying? We've been slapping man up, obviously. So we should be confident. And also Atletico are coming into this confident as well. So it should be a good one. Going into the lineup, I think personally, Alisson has to be. Do I need to waste any more time? He's come on. He's doing big things. I'd go Trent. We don't really have a backup, to be fair. So I'd go Trent. Not really because he's been playing badly as such. I actually think he's been alright. Brighton game was a bit missing, but it'd just be nice to switch things up in it. But I'd rather Trent than Nico in it. So Trent, I'd go Van Dijk, I'd go Matip, or the other way around, yeah. So Matip, Van Dijk, just tried and tested. You know what you're getting in it. Like, no long thing. It is what it is, in it. Robertson. Now, this is the one that I've been thinking in it. I've been thinking of this one. I've been thinking, like, I think Klopp will go Robertson, but I personally would go Tsimikas, if I'm honest with you, because Tsimikas offers something different. Not to say that, again, like, Robertson has had a few higgy games in it. Is his performance sometimes, it goes against him. We judge Robertson on past Robertson performances and past Robertson, do you know what I mean, like, levels. But at the same time, he has been a bit wondering, but not as bad as certain people have been getting onto him about. But Tsimikas offers you something different, and the way in which I'm thinking that we're going to go and play, I don't think he'll get caught out so much, do you know what I mean, defensively, even though I do think he's learning. And I think the threat in which he gives you both feet on that flank is just different. You know, them ones there, it's just different. Obviously, I'll come into that, but I want Thiago to play, and I think him finding that link up will be good as well, do you know what I mean? Just like, instead of doing the 2 feet, just miss them out. Boom, find him, get the ball in, do you know what I mean? So that's what I'd go for. Obviously, Fabs, I think, is back training. Thiago's back training. I would probably rest Thiago personally. Keep Hendo in the 6. I think he's been doing really well. I think Hendo did really well in the Brighton game. We just got overran in the midfield, innit? But he was probably the one kind of shining light in the midfield. I would keep Henderson. I would play Thiago if he's fit, if he's ready, and I would play. Let's see, it's the midfield that's a bit techie in it. I'm thinking for me, it's either Jones, Ox. Yeah, I'd play Ox. Personally, I'd play Ox. So I'd do Henderson, Ox, and Thiago for me. Then I would play. I think I'd play Jota for this, to be honest with you. I don't think that he will. I think that Klopp will go Mane, but I do think I would play Jota on the left. Have Bobby going through the centre, and have Salah on the right. That's what I would play, but I don't know if he would play that. Going into predicted score, I think 2-1. I think we'll come out of this 2-1. I do think that they score, but I think we score. I think they level up, and then I think we score late. Salah and Mane on the score sheet. Boy, let's see what my boy Conway has to say about this. Get me, Conway? What are you telling me? What are you saying?
Hello folks, how are we doing? This is my prediction video, my preview video for the Liverpool against Atletico Madrid at Anfield, Wednesday night, 8 PM. Before you do that, smash the like for St LFCTV and subscribe to the channel. Great channel, as you know, a great guy at the very helm of it. So, on to the game. How am I thinking it's going to go? Well, let's start with the lineup. For me, Alisson in goal, we all know that. The back four is quite poor against Brighton, specifically the fullbacks. But I think we all know Trent's going to start. There's not much competition there. To be fair, Nico Williams has done reasonably well, but he's not going to come in front of Trent. Van Dijk starts for me, and then alongside him, I've got to go for Joe Matip. It brings that experience back, that know-how. And I know like Konate was great against Manchester United, and he had a few mistakes against Brighton, and he's still a young kid. He's got to learn that, but let's remember how good Joe Matip can be. He'll come right back in, and he'll be, for me, outstanding defender. Left back, this is a one I think what will happen and what I feel should happen. I think Robbo will start. I personally put Tsimikas in. More because of, I'm not jumping on this narrative that Robbo's had a ton of bad games in a row, because that's not really true. If you watch the Manchester United game, the Porto game, and the City game, he's pretty good in those games. It's just been a few average and poor performances mixed in between that. The poor games I'd really highlighted for me would say the Brentford and Atletico were up there for, especially Brentford. That was probably his poorest game in a Liverpool shirt. However, I feel like Tsimikas should come in, and it's not really to start. I just feel like Robbo needs a bit of a break, and it'll allow him to kind of, I wouldn't say relight that fire in him, but just give him a break. He needs that, and I think he'll come right back in against West Ham. So I think Tsimikas should play. It probably will be Robbo, but I think Tsimikas should play, specifically against Atletico, who are going to probably play a 3-5-2 with Trippier and Carrasco, and it'll be Trippier on that side. So I feel like he will have a lot of the ball, and I don't think Tsimikas would get exposed. So I think that would be the one for me. Midfield, we've had a few talks and a few snippets today. We saw Fabinho and Thiago in training. But I did see a tweet earlier that said, should we think about the West Ham game at the weekend by not playing both of them? I would agree with that. I feel like for me, playing him is I feel like it's a risk playing both of them. So my midfield would be Hendo in the 6, Thiago right centre mid, and Jones left centre mid. Then on to the front three. I think the reason Jota was rested at the weekend and Mane came in was because he's going to play Jota against Atletico with Bobby in the 9, or false 9, whatever you want to say, and Salah right hand side. I think Jota was excellent against Manchester United. Just great management by Klopp. You know the movement is Jota is outstanding, and I think that will cause Atletico more havoc than Sadio did in the game in Atletico, to be fair. So I feel like that's why Sadio played really well at the weekend, but I think Jota's already been earmarked for this game. So that's my prediction for the lineup. How I think the game's going to go, I think, as I said previously, they'll play the 3-5-2. I think especially maybe be similar to the game it was in Atletico, how we started anyway, but I feel like we'll be able to pen them in and not give them a chance to get back in it. I feel like we'll pen them in, have a lot of the ball, as expected, because they will play defensively, but I feel like we'll be able to really keep them in there and avoid lots of counter-attacks, especially the fans at Anfield, really get them in. For me, I feel like by doing that, even if you link back to the game at Anfield when we got put out for 90 minutes, we battered them, and I think we'll batter them again. We just couldn't score that night. Well, we scored 2, but we just couldn't score 1 in the normal time. We just couldn't get that extra goal. I mean, All Black was outstanding, but I feel like we'll be able to perform like that again, and absolutely pen them in. And I think we will win the game 3-1. I think we will concede. I've just said we'll cut out a lot of counter attacks, but I think just at the moment we're not immaculate defensively, and I think just with the law of averages and the law of being realistic the way we've been playing, I feel like we will concede. I think if you're a betting man, you put it on that we'll concede this game, but I think we'll win 3-1. And yeah, goal scorers for me: Big Verge, Jota, and Mo. Of course, Mo has to score. So that's what I think the scoreline will be. My predicted lineup, and I think the way the game's going to go with a lot of the ball, and I think we'll be able to break them down. I think we'll be able to start quite quickly against them, similar to the game in Atletico, and I think we will be able to, hopefully in this game, unlike Brighton, maintain that control and calm the game down when we feel like it might be slipping. So that's my prediction. Smash the like for St. LFCTV. Everyone take care and see you soon. Cheers.
You heard us, you get me. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that, and I'll see you for the review.